Hey guys, today I have got a Whirlpool Cabrio Platinum washer and electric dryer set, and I've got them hooked up. I'm going to show you that everything's working perfect on them. This is the fourth load I've ran through it, and I always on one of the loads like to show as if you're standing here yourself testing it out. You get to see that everything's working perfect. So I've got it set to normal, high on the spin speed. This is the soil level. Let's see, none of this other stuff I really messed with. And then I've got it loaded, kind of put the clothes in evenly around the agitation plate. It doesn't have a center post agitator, but you still want to load it as if there were one in there. That way it's got a nice even balanced load going into it. You've got a spot for your bleach, which I have some in there. I don't use fabric softener. And then this is where you put your detergent. So that's ready to go. We're gonna hit start. It's running the drain there, just to make sure there's no water in it before it gets started. Now it's gonna sense the load size, add the water, and get started on the wash cycle. Now unfortunately, if you just heard the lid lock go off, it's a great safety feature. I can't bypass it at all to show you what's going on under the hood. Sometimes I can take the little mechanism out or trick it with a magnet. Can't do that on this one. It's very safe, excellent feature, but you'll be able to listen to it. You can hear it filling up with water right now. It actually runs water through those compartments with the bleach and the soap and the fabric softener to kind of rinse them out and make sure it's using all of that. So I'm gonna let it go ahead and fill up. I'll come back. You'll be able to hear it agitating with a nice strong agitation. Then you already know the drain works. Then we'll be on to the final spin cycle. You'll get to see and hear that that's nice, fast, smooth, sounds great. Then we'll show you the dryer. Okay, and it is agitating, if you can hear that. It's got a nice strong agitation. It filled with water and it continues to fill a little bit here and there. It went through a whole cycle where it added water, it was spinning, adding water, spinning, adding water, then it drained all that water out, and now it's filled back up and we're onto an agitation cycle. So these newer washers like this are pretty smart in the way they clean, agitate, use the water and all that. And I'll show you once it's all done and we can lift the lid up to those clothes. They come out really light because it spins super fast, which you'll get to hear in a minute. And that helps with the drying time. It can actually cut your drying time in half from the older, more traditional machines where the clothes came out pretty heavy. Okay, we're moving into the final spin, the rinse and final spin. I should say we're coming out of the rinse cycle, moving into the final spin cycle. So it's draining all the water out right now. And about the next 12 minutes is going to be a really fast spin cycle. So it takes a moment to get balanced. Then when it starts to spin, it'll ramp up 3 times. And so what I'll do is I'll let it go through that process, and right about the 4-minute mark, 3 to 4 minutes, we'll come back, because that's when it'll be spinning super fast and you get to see and hear that it is nice, smooth spin, all that. So we will come back. All right, so right here at the 5-minute mark, we're spinning super fast. I forget how many RPMs it's running, but it's really fast. There's hardly little to no vibration in the machine whatsoever, and what you hear is what you get. It's very quiet. And that's pretty much gonna be it. I'll let that finish up. As soon as it's done and unlocks this lid, I'm gonna show you the clothes and how they ended up. So we'll skip to that. All right, it's just about finished up. That additional noise above us is my heat, but it's finished up. It just kicked off the lid lock, so now I can open this up. You can see those clothes here. Nice, super light, not wet or dripping with water or anything like that. Let's grab I think there's there's a jacket in here. Yeah, nice heavy, typically would be heavy jacket. Super light, which is great. So we'll move these over to the dryer, and here's another jacket. This is super light, and this is just a batch of test clothes that I run. I don't wear this stuff that's got bleach spots on it, but anyway, yeah, good to go. Super light, so I'll move those over to the dryer, and we will show you the dryer. All right, guys, and now we are on to the matching electric dryer, and I just have it set at heavy duty, so everything's kind of maxed out heat-wise. Of course, there's tons of options on here. If you have delicates that you want to dry, air dry, time dry, you can touch things up. It's got wrinkle prevent. It's even got a sanitize option. A whole bunch of stuff. You can kind of pause or look over the pictures in the ad if you want to get all those details. They'll be listed out in the ad description as well. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and hit start. Oh, let me show you real quick. Inside, those clothes we got to move over. You've got your lint trap here. Nice bright light. It's nice clean on the inside. Everything looks great. Okay, now we'll hit start. And I'm going to give it just a minute to warm up, because I'm going to show you that it is in fact heating like it's supposed to. Get a little surface temperature gun here. So right in between those two red dots, it's going to take your surface temperature measurement. So it's about 74 degrees Fahrenheit on the top of this machine. If I shine it down here on the ground, you'll see it changes, because obviously the ground's a little colder. But here in just a second, I will shine it inside the heating element tube so you can see that heat's pumping out of there like it's supposed to. Give it just a second to warm up. So we'll go ahead and open this, shoot it right inside the heating element tube, and you can see it's starting to warm up there. Plenty of heat coming out of that tube there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pause. I'm going to let this run for about 5 minutes, and we'll come back and hit it again. Okay, and it's been about 5 minutes, so we'll get this ready again here. Okay, and we'll shoot it right inside the heating element tube. Yeah, it's a little better. So as this pumps the heat out, you can see it's pretty hot inside that tube because the heat is coming directly from there. But the inside of your dryer is going to heat up anywhere from about 95 to 195. And that just depends on what you have the setting for your heat to be up here, which I've got everything set to max. Well, pretty much max. That could be on more. Can't change it once we're in it, but so that could be a little bit higher, which might kick that heat up a little bit. Otherwise, this is pretty good here for setting it, just getting it dry as quick as possible, which is kind of how I like to do it. So there you go. Now you know everything's working perfectly, heating like it's supposed to. The washer's working perfect, nice, smooth, quiet operation. Both of these run actually very quiet, and I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I'll go ahead and get all the listing descriptions and all that listed up. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks, you guys have a great day.